Kelvin Benjamin, no longer with Cam Newton in Carolina, but some parting shots there a couple of years after the fact where he wishes he would have played for, a smarter quarterback, a more accurate quarterback. Was what Kelvin Benjamin saying actually true? I mean, we look at it and go, boy, how can you criticize him? But did he say something that's factually correct?
I don't think Cam Newton is for most receivers. I think playing with Cam Newton can be frustrating just because there are the accuracy issues. He is a little bit unpredictable. He tends to play outside the offense a little bit. So I do know that there are receivers who've been through there in the past. Because Cam isn't the most conventional quarterback, that have been frustrated and have felt like their production's been affected by playing with him. It's not hard to see where Kelvin Benjamin now, a former first-round pick, would be going, into the end of his rookie contract and looking back at it and saying, this guy might have cost me some money. And so, I think that absolutely exists. And I think that's something that Norv Turner and Scott Turner and the new offensive coaches there in Carolina are trying to work on now, where they're trying to get him to play within the offense, not taking away what he does well, but make him a little bit more efficient and make him use the offense to his advantage a little bit more. Part of it was, Dave Gettleman's decision, before he was fired in 2017 to draft Christian McCaffrey and Curtis Samuel to try to create more easy completions for him. And so they've tried to make him more efficient as a passer. I think you can also argue that at his best, Cam Newton is an unconventional player. And a lot of times for receivers, it can be frustrating to play with a quarterback like that.
Yeah, I think sometimes when we hear criticism and then we're like, how could that guy criticize his former quarterback? And then you forget, wait, is what he's saying actually correct with Cam Newton? Cam is always going to be a work in progress. Always. And the fact that Carolina said, let's try to mimic the Patriots offense so we can give him easier throws, because Brady has that. Cam, it feels like it's, the home run. He's always looking for the home run. Now, Brady will go for the home run, but he'll give you single, double, single, home run. And Cam, it doesn't feel like is as consistent in being able to do that, to set up the long ball. And I think that's what they were trying to do. You get running backs who can catch the ball out of the backfield, take some of the pressure off of him, get possession receivers there. But, Kelvin Benjamin, well, I hope those quarterbacks are good in Buffalo, because if not, Kelvin Benjamin's going to be ripping them too. Yes, McLovin.
That seems to be a consistent theme with T.O. Is a receiver ever allowed to really criticize his quarterback? Because every receiver wants the ball more, right? I mean, that's all they do.
But do you want a receiver who doesn't want the ball? There's a time and place if you tell me when, hey, give me something here and then we can work together. But don't come back to the huddle and say, I'm open every play, because you're not. But I do want you to want the ball. Hey, third down. Hey, you throw it to me, I'm catching it. I want to hear that as a quarterback. But I don't want to hear, which I think Des Bryant was doing this, with Dak Prescott. Because you take advantage of a younger quarterback. Hey, you got to get me the ball, man. Got to get my touches here. And that can be dangerous for a quarterback who then goes out of his way to look to you, and then instead of going through his progressions, then he doesn't develop. And that's why I think Dak Prescott, this will be a very unique year for him, because now he gets that opportunity. Witten is not there, and you don't have Des Bryant. Now he can play the field. He doesn't have to play favorites, and I think that's really important for his development. Yeah, Paul.
I got a quick Cam Newton question just popped in my head as looking at his stats. Cam Newton's, he's going into his 8th season. We kind of know what he is.
Yeah.
I know there's a long time left in his career, but if you were betting a week's pay right now, yes, for sure going to the Hall of Fame, or likely not going to the Hall of Fame?
If he had won the Super Bowl.
Right.
But he got crushed.
But he appeared in the Super Bowl and won an MVP. Before age 28.
I need some more awards. I got to have something else on the resume.
But so right now he's not there. But if you had to bet based on his he's got a lot of rushing yards too. I know that's not a big deal, but he's at 4,300 rushing yards. And last year he ran for
How many touchdowns does he have?
Rushing? Yeah. Passing?
Rushing.
Rushing, he has hold please.
See, I just don't think he's a good enough passer to go into the Hall of Fame.
He has 4,300 yards rushing, and last year he had his most ever, 754.
Yeah.
He'll finish easily, not easily, but he'll probably finish with 8,000 yards rushing based on the trend he's at.
How many rushing touchdowns do you have? He's the all-time leader.
54.
So imagine if he tacked on, let's say he ran for 75 touchdowns.
He's on pace to go way over that.
Yeah.
And he's on pace to go way over 7,000 yards rushing if he played the 33.
But it's weird if you're going to put him in based off his running ability and not his passing ability as a quarterback.
He's a career 58% passer.
That hurts.
He doesn't throw a ton of picks, but he throws enough.
Yes, McLovin.
Well, the Hall didn't give my guy Randall Cunningham any love for his rushing. He set a lot of rushing records, and he never got very far in the Hall voting. You know, he's was the all-time leading rusher, maybe the greatest rushing quarterback.
But I don't know what else Randall did.
Well, he had some big passing seasons too.
Yeah, but he never got to a Super Bowl.
No. He didn't really have a Hall of Fame resume. But I'm just saying, it wasn't even in the argument. And Vic, I don't think Vic has a shot at all. And he's probably the greatest running quarterback ever. You could easily make an argument.
Yeah, Paul.
Vic finished with 6,100 yards rushing. Camel beat that by age 31.
Yeah. I'm going to say no to Cam Newton, Hall of Famer.
For more Dan Patrick Show, tune to Audience Channel 239 on DirecTV or download the Dan Patrick Show app.